When I first started with LightBurn, I took hours to get simple engravings designed and engraved. If I knew the LightBurn tricks I know now, I realized I could have done it so much quicker. Today we are going to dive into some really useful LightBurn tips that will save you time, reduce material wastage, and improve your laser engraving efficiency. So don't miss any of the tips in this video. Hello guys, welcome to Mellowpine Lasers. This is something I wish I knew from the day I started with LightBurn. I wasted so much time trying to figure out how my overlapping drawings would end up. Turns out I could have saved all that time and avoided all the confusion if I had just headed over to the settings in LightBurn and turned on the filled rendering option. This turns the shading on for all your filled shapes, and you will be able to see what will happen to your overlapping fill shapes in real time as you work. Without this option, all you would have is the outline of your shapes, and it would be difficult for you to figure out what will happen to the overlaps, especially if you have multiple overlaps. So turning the filled rendering option on can help you avoid mess-ups and save you a lot of time when you're setting up your designs. When you engrave, the laser moves back and forth across the image and fires at points where it needs to be engraved. Now, sometimes your design might have a lot of areas that are empty in the middle, and the laser would be moving over these areas without doing anything. This is called travel moves. The more travel moves you have, the more time your projects would take. There are quite a few ways to reduce travel moves in LightBurn. The first one is to use the flood fill mode. You'll find this under the Advanced tab in Layer Settings. When you turn this on, each of the objects is filled individually. If you have a design like this with lots of blank areas in between, the laser would avoid moving over the blank area and therefore the time taken would be less. For example, if we engrave this particular design without any optimization, the laser moves over all these areas without actually doing anything. It would take nearly 26 minutes to complete the engraving. If I turn the flood fill option on, you see the laser avoids moving over empty areas and all it takes is around 14 minutes. Talking about saving time, if you have been following our channel, you know that we create videos without any fluff, and you guys showed your appreciation in the comments, which made us think, why not create a course that teaches LightBurn and laser engraving without any boring fluff? Now I know what you're thinking. Is this just another course? Well, it's not. What makes this course different is the live weekly sessions and the one-on-one support we offer in the course. This course is like getting a personal trainer for LightBurn. We also offer a no question asked money back guarantee, so pay only if you like the course. I'll leave the link in the description below, do check it out. Now let's get back. You could also use fill grouping settings to save time. You'll find it in the layer settings window at the bottom. There are 3 options here. The first one is your default setting and this takes the longest. You also have 2 more options. One is fill groups together. You can group elements to engrave faster based on the design. Like in this example, if I group this and this together, the engraving would become marginally faster. Then you have the fill groups individually. This works like flood fill and engraves objects one at a time. The next option you have to improve speed is to use the offset fill mode. What it does is it creates a spiraling toolpath that keeps growing till it covers the entire shape. This can sometimes be faster, but you might also end up getting unfilled areas with certain materials. So use this with caution. So those are the 3 things you could do to reduce cycle time. Play around with these and select the one that best fits your design. This technique is for those processing parts in batches. To be more specific, this is for those who cut small parts out of large sheets. Typically, we do this with nesting software, but if you have parts that could interlock like this one here, you could use the array function to arrange them to save space. If I want to make 25 of these, the usual arrangement would consume around 500 by 225 mm of my material. You could reduce this. Just go to create an array like you usually do, then select the number of rows and columns you need, and then you must play around with the mirroring options to see what fits the best for your design. In this case, I'll mirror the alternate rows in X, and then if I change the Y row shift value, you can see the alternate rows moving, and when I get the protruding part in the middle here, I'll stop and reduce the Y spacing till I get part of one shape within another without any overlap. Then we'll increase the X spacing to remove the overlaps here and we are good to go. This one now has a size of around 300 by 315, which is around 16% of area saved. This goes up as you increase the number of copies. So those were some LightBurn tips and tricks that I picked up along the way. If you guys think these were helpful, please click that like button and do check out our other videos. I will be posting videos more frequently now, so now is a good time to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already to learn more about lasers. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be seeing you in the next one.